Huh?
What is up, jabronis? JJ back here with the crew, talking to PJ Rocket Mortgage, Uncle T, Mangone, Kurt Snyder, Ali Mack. Uncle T, I just want to reiterate from last week, you did a tremendous job. You and Mangone, you guys both had tremendous shows. However, Snyder just looks like he's ready for a fucking show. We didn't give him as much love last week, but this week that train will be back. Kurt, how was your week last week?
It was great. I had 36%, 6 out of 6, triple my money. I can't complain. I thought I should have had a better bink because I was killed the player pool, but we'll take a triple up.
It's how it always works, right? You never really feel satisfied unless you literally win everything. So that's a normal feeling. All right, so I guess without further ado, well, actually, no, Mangone, you had a lot of hype last week. How was your week?
Yeah, week was good, but I'm a little intimidated right now. Look at Snyder over there just flashing the gun show. This man's out here grinding. So Snyder's got the new tank. So, looked like he's ready to impress here with, lake season closing out here with only a month left.
There are plenty of upper torso striations on our friend Mitch. Uncle T, we'll save the best for last. How was your week last week? You did great on the show, so hopefully it turned out profit.
No, it really wasn't, Uncle. I had a rough week last week, actually. My main team really struggled. My core plays struggled. But my other teams, my secondary teams, did pretty well. I actually ended up breaking even, and that was pretty good for me because I had no Tony Finau. And, again, my core plays didn't do as well. So I had a couple teams that, off of my core and off of my main team that played pretty well. So all in all, not too bad, but ready to get back after it this week with my favorite team.
Awesome. And we always appreciate those compliments, Terry. So keep them up. Snyder.
Uncle, by the way, since you asked everybody already, my week was just all right. I know you didn't ask me.
That's good to know. You might have thought that maybe I was going to go after Uncle T, but you
said best for last, and then
Uncle T, the show will move on. Snyder, the course breakdown. What do we got here?
Yeah, we're at Detroit Golf Club here. It's a Ross design. It's going to measure just over 7,300 yards. It's going to play as a par 72. Slightly smaller than average greens here at only 5,100 square feet on average. This track's only going to have one water hazard as well. It's only going to come and play on one hole. This is going to be one of those easier type tracks that we see of the year. It's going to be one of the easiest courses they play. We expect winning scores here have been 18, 23, 25 under par. Bombers have fared well here. The fairways are easy to hit here. They're wide. You can swing away. I expect some of the shorter hitters to still have success here, as we've seen recently. And 9 holes are going to have a birdie percentage of 20% or greater. So definitely you need to have a hot putter here if you want to contend on Sunday. All 4 of the par 5s are going to play over 550 yards. One of them is going to play 635 as well. They've got 4 par 4s going to play under 400 yards. Some of the key stats we'll be looking at here this week: strokes gained approach, strokes gained off the tee with an emphasis on distance. Birdies are better percentage, and strokes gained putting.
Love it as always. Snyder, real quick though, last week there was a lot of shit talkers about your golf game, and you went up against the elite. How'd you do?
It was not the best of rounds for me. I think I had like 12 or 13 penalty strokes. Well, I've played a lot better than a lot of these guys playing in the state amateur this week. I would have beat many of these fellas that are playing. There was a couple guys that shot plus 50 in the 2 rounds. So, I probably would have been mid-pack in the state am this week.
Honestly, not too shabby. Speaking of too shabby, Mangone, you weren't too shabby either on the links. So nice work, actually.
We didn't. I didn't do too bad. I need to fix some things with my game, but I'm coming for Snyder. I'm coming for Uncle T. I'm not coming for Big T. That's too much work. He was just out there hitting dart after dart. His par 3 game with the irons were absolutely incredible. But I made some progress. Some things that I've been working on, we're getting there. And just like the basketball game, we made some progress on some things. Worked on it. And that's what we're doing with the golf game now. And still got my eyes on Snyder, though. And Uncle T, when we do play basketball in March, can we have like a little bit of a testing there for some steroid usage for Snyder to make sure he's clean? I don't know. Things are looking a little fishy over there.
Too small.
We'll let JJ play mediator there and have him pee in a cup and maybe get a quick result back on that urine sample. We got to have everything on the up and up on the slab. That's for sure.
I agree. And real quick before we get into some DFS plays, Snyder, you have a lot of thirsty simps in the chat. A lot of people liking the look today. So add me to the list. Speaking of DFS, Uncle T, off your phenomenal show last week, we'll start with you. Who do you like this week at DFS at the top and the bottom?
Yeah, first show of the Wednesday for me. Normally we have our Pin Seekers show. It's actually at 10 p.m. Eastern. So if you are watching this, quick shameless plug, we do have the Pin Seekers show at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. So these takes for me are fresh off the press. I like Cantlay and Homa up top, but for DFS purposes, one of my favorite plays is going to be Russell Henley. Might not be a very favorite, popular opinion maybe by most. And the stats, I was talking to Tambo offline earlier today. Nothing really jumps out the page for Henley. He hasn't been playing that much golf. And it's more of a field play for me, but 8,200, it feels like he's way underpriced in this field. He does go out in the early morning tomorrow, which I don't think there's going to be a wave advantage on Friday, but as of right now, it looks like maybe AM has a slight advantage tomorrow. He'll be under 10% or right around 9-10%. If I can get Russell Henley at $8,200, I like him. He's good with his wedges and approach play. And as Snyder mentioned earlier, approach play is going to be big this week. So give me Russell Henley as my my DFS play.
Do you have anybody on the bottom tier?
I got in trouble for going down to the bottom. I thought we had to go around.
Well, that's for outrights.
All right. Let me go down to Taylor Pendrith. I like him quite a bit. He's only down there a little bit, 7,500, but he has really picked it up. Made T13 at the Barbasol, T11 at the Barracuda. He's long off the tee, which we like at this course. It's not to say I'll do all this week the bomber angle, but I do like it if you're able to play it, great. And since he came back from injury, he's been playing really well. So give me Taylor Pendrith as my my play down the board, 7,500.
Awesome. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate it.
Not
the best start like you had last week, but still relatively decent. Mangone, you don't exactly look thrilled for this segment or this part of the show. So do we not like anybody this week in DFS?
No, I'm definitely thrilled for this. I'm not like Ali Mack. I'm not punting off this segment. I'm going to be here and I'm going to give you some DFS. I'm giving you Patrick Cantlay at the top. And here's the thing. I talked about it last week with like Sung JM, right? Like we got to play someone at the top. We just can't play like a bunch of dudes like all in this mid tier. Because what happens is if you look at this ownership, like there are not a lot of guys that are like those 1%, 2% guys that you're going to be seeing. So if you play like all these like guys in like this like 8 and 9K ranges, like a balanced build, I just don't think it's the correct approach to go with. I'm going with Patrick Cantlay up at the top though. Again, nothing crazy. I'm not like, breaking any news here, but I think it's just a really good safe option that you can do well here in this spot. And that's definitely someone that's going to help, start off my lineup. Then obviously I'm going to go down to a cheaper guy because JJ, that's how this show works, right? We structure the show that we got to get a cheap one in there. And my guy is going to be Wyndham Clark. I know Snyder will probably approve of this one. This is the perfect course for him, right? If you had to pick, like we talk about this in baseball, right? If there's a pitcher, like for like let's think of like JT Brubaker, right? Like he's going up against the Cubs one day. That's a matchup where he can do really well. If there's a course that's going to line up this year for Wyndham Clark, it's this course. It's just perfect fit for him. He's 7,200. Think it's a really good opportunity for him. He can score low. This is a course where you can score really low at, and it's an easier course. So I think Wyndham Clark and Patrick Cantlay is a great way to start off your DFS lineups.
Love it. Yeah, Magnani's back again. Ali, you haven't said much as the show started, and I know you were a little frustrated that you weren't asked how your last week was. Do you have any comments so far on anything that's happened so far on the show?
Travis, I actually really liked Wyndham Clark. I was between him. I believe it was for a long shot, but I ended up not going with him for the show. But I was going to place an outright on him.
That's a backhanded compliment there, Mangone, on that pick, I think.
I would hesitate on how well.
No, I just had a feeling he was going to be popular this week. I always like multiple people, but I always think like this is a guy that I think Mangone like. Look at that's just an
Allie's ready to play some DFS. She is deep in the galaxy brain. Like, get her on some Sunday NASCAR shows, JJ. I mean, she's ready to go.
You don't just limp into DFS starting with NASCAR.
I mean, but she's deep in the galaxy brain. You know it. She's out here just like, oh, I think Mangone's gonna take this and Dunkel T's on this, so she's not taking plays. That's just what's happening right now.
NASCAR is not for the weak of heart. All right.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's just it's an edge of your seat type of sweat, and it's just not for everybody. Snyder,
it's not. Trust me, it's not for everyone.
DFS. What do we like?
I'm gonna go with a guy a little bit down the board. I'm gonna go with Denny McCarthy here. I mean, he's been playing really good golf as of late. It looks like he's gonna be right around. I'm looking right now, right around 9 to 11% ownership. So right around 10% ownership. I really like him coming in lower owned there. He goes off in the morning, too. He's got AMT time, which I do like. I do think there's going to be a slight edge into the AMT time, so I'm going to be focusing on them. He's finished inside the top 7 in 3 of his last 4 events. In 6th at the John Deere, 7th at the U.S. Open, 5th at the Memorial. So I definitely like Denny McCarthy here under 9K, 8.9K, good price tag. Then I'm going to go in the 6K ranges for a value guy. I'm going to go with my guy Lee Hodges, solid value guy I like this week. You're going to need to find some of these low guys down there because I like to play like a Cantlay, like a Mangone was talking about, and some of those other guys up there. So, I mean, Hodges has been solid this year, comes off a 16th place finish last week, has made 5 of his last 6 cuts. He just needs the putter to heat up. Just been great with the irons and off the tee. The putter's been a little missing from him, but he can get that to heat up. I think he can go low this week.
Awesome stuff. Even dabbling in that 6K range. Kurt, or as some say, Curtis. But no, nobody says Kurt.
Just Kurt.
Kurt, who do you like for DFS this week?
Last as usual. But
just means you're going to start the next segment, Kurt.
Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, we did snake.
Oh, okay. Let's just I'm just going to leave the show.
Hey, shh. It's a snake draft, lady. First of all, I want to bring up Mangone and Uncle T's
pick.
Talk
louder, Kurt. I can't hear you.
Can everyone else hear me? This happened last week, too. Am I low? Okay, so first off, I think whoa. Okay, well,
paranormal activity back there for sure.
Completely, I'm on Wyndham Clark. I love that pick, and I love the Henley pick. They were like the first 3 guys I mentioned when I looked at pricing and everything on Monday. For me, I'm going to go Webb Simpson. 3rd in birdies or better game in this field, and he's good with those wedges and the proximity thing. So give me some Webb Simpson 8,300. His game log looks terrible, so the game log chasers will not have Webb. My value play, I'm going my boy, Patrick Rogers, 7,100. Him and Wyndham Clark are the only people that are T11 in driving distance and also T5 in putting. So, actually T10 in putting because Wyndham's like 8th, but Patrick Rogers is 5th. So give me Patrick Rogers, 7,100.
Kurt, great work. Great work.
You.
Now,
thank you.
Before we go over to outrights for you, Kurt, we'll start with Ali Mack, who has been rather quiet on the show thus far. But outrights, what do we like this week?
Listen, I'm going to tell you why I've been quiet. I just saw the Braves get pummeled by the Phillies today in Philadelphia. I have seen the Braves 10 times in person. I have seen them win once. Okay, so
you probably don't own a plain white baseball cap.
Anyways, so as for outrights, I'm going to go with Cam Young. I feel like maybe guys at the top aren't popular this week, but he comes in this week, 1st in strokes gained off the tee, 7th in ball striking over the last 24 rounds. Also, the man has gained more than 2 strokes putting in 3 of his last 5 starts. So I'm also expecting the putter to look good for him, but I like Cam Young as my outright this week.
Okay.
How original.
Awesome. Kurt, here's your chance to be original. Do we know, did a breaker flip? Do we know what exactly happened about 2 minutes ago?
No, I basically bought my ring light. I basically made this ring light by myself. It seems like it's the way it's freaking, this thing sucks. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to do box or something. My outright, I usually don't like to give these short guys, but I'm gonna go Max Homa. I just feel like it's good value for the talent level. What do you know, lady?
I knew it. I knew you were gonna take Max Homa. I knew it.
I bet you don't know my other one. But anyway,
Getting some
Max,
props.
so on the model, he like looks terrible on the model on these easy tracks, but it's a smallish sample size. 22-1 is good value in this field, so give me Max Homa and long shots. We don't do these two together. So
Is that FanDuel? Where's 22-1, Kurt?
FanDuel. Yes, correct, sir.
Awesome. Pitch. Still getting more praise. Feels like almost every other minute from the chat. You're doing great work. Some would say God's work, Snyder. You're outright.
I'm going to go down the board a little bit this week. I think a longer shot could win. I think if Patrick Cantlay wants to win this event, you hate to see it.
I mean, Snyder, does he just not care what you have to say? Like, what's going on?
Hurtful.
Right now?
That's very hurtful.
What is going? Anyway,
I'm trying to fix my light. Sorry.
Very hurtful, Curtis. But like I was saying, I'm going to go with a guy down the board a little bit. His iron play has just been on fire the last 4 events. Finished 3rd at the Barbasol, 13th at the John Deere in his last 2 events. Mark Hubbard at 55-1. I like his odds this week. So he goes out early too. He's another AM guy. So I definitely like Mark Hubbard this week. Down the board a little bit.
Is that Mark with a C or a K? It looks like a K. A big
M-A-R-K.
55.
Who's
Can we put Kurt in a timeout while he's showing us his armpits?
Fair enough. Kurt will see you in 30 seconds.
Thank you, JJ.
Mangone. What do you like this week?
Yeah, it's funny. Snyder and I'm not saying the same guy, but I liked him a lot. He was definitely one that I was looking to go to. But I'm going to another guy in that similar range. This is a good week that you don't have to load up on the top of the board, right? Like, for instance, like I think this is one of those weeks if you're building out a nice little betting card, you want to take a lot more guys down towards the bottom of the board and have like a larger pool of guys. So I would say Webb Simpson at 50-1. I mean, Webb Simpson, he's a pretty quality golfer. He played his last 2 events and didn't play as well, but this is a much weaker field. He has much more upside than that number of 50-1. He's on the better side of the weather draw, which like, I don't know how big of a difference it's going to be, but it could matter a little bit for sure. So I do think Webb Simpson at 51 is a pretty good bet. So I'm looking at him right now.
Okay. That's the second time we've heard that name. Uncle T, going over to you for your outright.
Yeah, I actually like both of those calls quite a bit. Snyder shocked me because I thought he was going to go in a different direction up top in that upper 8K range. But I'm going to go with Mav McNeely as my winner. But you got to shop this one, Dunkel. He's only 25-1 on DK, but you can get him 37-1 on FanDuel. I was on him about a month ago or so. I know Snyder likes him quite a bit as well. Maybe not this week. I'm not sure. But I like to play Mav usually on, easier courses. He was T9 at the Barracuda, T8 at the John Deere. Last week he finished T49, and it was a little bit where if you didn't watch it, I think he went bogey on 17, and he took a quadruple 9 on the par 5. He struggled getting out of the bunker, I think, on his second shot was in the sand for a few minutes. But so that T49 could have easily been a T25 and another top 25 if he could have just parred those last 2 holes. So I'm not going to hold that against him. McNeely will be fairly popular up here. I like Denny McCarthy right above him as well. That's where I thought Snyder was going to go. McNeely is a PM guy, but I like McNeely 37-1.
Very good. Very good. Before we switch over to the long shots, Magnani's got a question. Snyder, I'll have you answer this one. Starting with Cantlay, Cam Young this week, jamming scrubs after. He's not feeling the 8 to 9K range. Thoughts?
I definitely think that's viable. I like both of those guys up top. I'm going to be overweight on those 2 in the 10K range. I think they're the only 2 I'm going to play in the 10K range, so I definitely can see myself doing that. You can go all the way down to a 6K. If you're going to do that, I like going down to all the way the bottom 6K to one of Kurt's guys there. Sung Yul No is 6K, just horrible mispricing on him this week, so I definitely like that path. That's like a chord you could do there with those 2 up top with Noel.
No chance Dunkel caught who that last guy was, Snyder. No chance.
Soon you will know.
Soon you'll know, right, Kurt?
Soon
you will know.
N-O-L-E. like a Seminole.
Allie's got her burner account in the chat, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
What is it?
Al
What does it
Quintana
say?
might go on a bunk timeout. We'll have to.
What does it say? Show
Well,
me.
We'll have to play it by ear. I mean, you can't open your eyes and look on the right side of the screen? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, that, you know what? It took me too long to boot her. Never mind. Uncle T, long shot. Since we do like to swing around here, who do you like for a long shot?
Hey, easy about the swinging around part. I'm not really sure about all that, but hey, my long shot this week, I'm going down 120 to 1 on FanDuel. I like Grayson Sigg as my long shot this week. He's been playing some really good golf, made 4 straight cuts, T7 last week at the 3M. Been in pretty good form. He's a guy that usually plays hot, and he's a streaky guy, and I'm going to take him down the board. I think that's too long. 120 to 1 on FanDuel. Grayson Sigg. That's with 2 G's.
SIGG.
What are you laughing at, Allie?
Does no one else think it's funny what Uncle T just said? Like, nobody laughed.
What'd I say?
I honestly, I don't know.
No, nothing.
Anyway, Mangone. I think, no, is it you? Yeah, Mangone. Yeah, Mangone. Long shot. Who do we like?
Yeah, Ali, this is why you do not get the gold star at the end of the show, because you laugh through Uncle T's joke. You know what I mean? You just got to keep a straight face and keep powering through. And we're going to power
He's a
through.
funny guy.
We're going to power through with my boy
Thank you, Allie.
Clark again. Like him at 100 to 1. You can get him at 65 to 1 on FanDuel. This is where I just say shop around, right? Make sure to go over to DK, get him at 100 to 1. Love the upside. Talked about it earlier in DFS. I think it's a pretty good spot here as a deep shot. So we'll go with him at 100 to 1.
Mangone, I missed the last name.
Wyndham Clark.
Winham.
When
you go
gonna go
Wyndham
ham this
Clark?
week, Clark?
Always good to throw the ham in there. Who doesn't like
What I
doing
say? What did I say? I was going to take him as a long shot, and I knew someone
That's
was
another
gonna do
name
it.
that's been
Yeah.
mentioned, and everybody's blowing everybody over this name. So, guys, play at your own risk. It seems like whenever we're all jerking each other the same player, it just doesn't seem to get there. But we'll see. Snyder, the chat favorite today. Who's your long shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a guy I've been on here recently, a young guy. Actually, Hoop was the first one that kind of got me onto him earlier in the year. I had a 5th place finish at the Puerto Rico Open, 6th place at the John Deere, and then 7th place at the 3M Open. His iron's very good. He can bomb it off the tee. He's averaging just under 320 off the tee, hitting just under 70% of his greens in regulation as well. So I'm gonna go with Callum Tarrant at 100 to 1 odds.
Legit never fucking heard of that guy.
He's a young gun. He's ready.
He
He's ready to
was
win.
my value play last week, Dunkel. Thanks for remembering.
I just want to throw this out there. When Callum Tarrant and Mr. Skins, when they played together at that like stupid event where they both play, I had them on my tier, so I was in early.
How do you spell this dude's name?
CALLUMTARREN.
Aaron.
Yeah.
He was T7 last week, Dunkel, when I mentioned him. Appreciate you remembering that.
Eric, quick shout to you. Sorry your chat things went up forever, but quick shout to you. Glad you won some money last week. Always appreciate it. Another Snyder fan. It's like they never end. My boy Austin also loves the Snyder. All right, so over to long shot to you, Kurt. Who's your favorite long shot today? Or
What Snyder's boy got her up 100 to 1. I feel like that's pretty decent odds for this field. He's a mini Bryson, and you know who's won this event? Bryson's won this event. The guy can't putt. We know he's going to be putting darts on the green all day. So I just think 1 week, if we can just get a hot putter from Goddard, which you can say that about anyone, but I mean, this guy's great with his irons. So give me Chris Goddard up 100 to 1 on DK. The last time I saw it and bet it was this morning.
This is actually a perfect transition for you two. Over on the 27 text.
The over has already been hit in the first half.
First of all, we haven't even texted, so
I texted her 34 times though. So,
anywho, Allie, who's your favorite long shot?
all right. So listen, I know we don't like. It has to be 50 to 1, right? So
oh God,
I hit a 50 to 1 this week, but here's the thing: I really like him, and I'm gonna go with Sorry. Cam Champ, 50-1. Finished last week within the top 20. My friend Brian Kirshner was on Bank on it yesterday. Noted that he's a guy who plays well a week after a good performance, and I second that. He played here the last 3 years, so he's got familiarity. He's first on tour in driving distance, and you don't need to bomb balls here, but it's not going to hurt to have that skill. He's fourth in the field in strokes gained off the tee as well. So,
did Uncle T enjoy the bomb balls part? Look at you two making each other laugh all show long.
Is that what you laughed at?
Keep up the good work. I mean, what else could he have been laughing at? Uncle T, thoughts on bombing balls?
Skip me. I'll come back.
Okay.
Okay. So because we ladder or snake, as Kurt likes to say, Allie, top 20?
Yes. I don't remember who mentioned him, but I'm going to go with Denny McCarthy as a top 20. He's ranking third on tour this season in strokes gained putting, which should give him an advantage on these greens. He's in solid form as well, finishing tied for 7th or better in 3 of his last 4 starts. So give me Denny McCarthy as a top 20.
Was that plus 120? Did I hear that right? No.
I think it was 170. I didn't include the number, but I believe it was 170 when I placed it on DraftKings today. So
170. Kurt, we slide to you. T20.
All right. So last week I did Kadira at plus 650. He got 38. What are you laughing at? Satoshi Kadira. He got I think he got top 50-ish, but he did terrible on Sunday, which definitely hurt his chances. But I'm going to go another long shot top 20 here. I'm going to go John. Huh? Plus 700. So the guy can't drive the ball very far. But where he will be driving it to, his approach shots are very good there. He's top 10 in 100 to 125 and 200 plus. He's top 11. 10 to 15 feet, he's 14th. And opportunities gained, he's up there top 10 as well. Give me John, top 20 plus 700. I cannot remember where I put it in at. I want to say FanDuel.
Probably. Yeah, because DK's 5. Uncle T, you've been a joy to listen to on this show today. Who's your T20?
Yeah, I like a couple T20s this week, actually, but I like a guy I haven't heard of, ironically, on the show because I thought we would hear quite a bit from him, Chris Kirk. I think he's way underpriced DFS, and I might try to fade him there, but plus 180, Chris Kirk to top 20 this week. Just feels like he is way underpriced. He finished T7 at the Canadian Open. He's got nice history here at this course. I really like him. He is a PM guy, so take that for what it's worth. But plus 180 over there on DraftKings. Also like Troy Merritt. I'll give you another one, Dunkel. Troy Merritt finished second in a playoff here, or lost in a playoff here, I should say, to Cam Davis last year. I think on the 5th playoff hole, but have been playing some really good golf. Troy Merritt's plus 250. So we'll give the people 2 top 20s this week.
Wow. Okay.
Always preparing.
You two with this little bro fest. I love it. Sorry, guys, I went out of order there. I know I skipped you, Snyder. I apologize. I'm sure it won't be the first or the last time I apologize on a show, especially to you, Mitch. Who's your T20?
I'm going to go with Grayson Sigg this week. He's kind of been battling the last 3 events, 16th to 27th and 7th last week. The irons have been just right on point for him. He gained nearly 6 strokes approach last week, so I like Grayson Sigg to keep this rolling at plus 350 to top 20 of this in weaker field. Another AM guy as well.
Awesome. And Mangone, because I screwed up the order, it gets to save you for last. What do you like for T20?
Yeah, I'll go with Russell Henley. We haven't talked too much about him here on this show, but I think he's a pretty good option here. Look at some of his stats. If you look at the last 24 rounds, approach play has been really good. In the field, let me get the number on it because I think he's second in which one is it? My bad. I got to pull it up. Second in approach. He's been really good in that. The one thing he's kind of been bleeding strokes on is the off the tee. That's the one thing that's a little concerning, but there's many ways you can really do well at this course. You don't see one specific golfer. This isn't a course where you just say, okay, Bryson DeChambeau type golfer, bombers win it. You've seen so many different types of golfers get the job done here. I think it's a great opportunity for Russell Henley. Good buy low spot too, because he hasn't been playing as great if you look at some of the numbers in DFS wise. So I think he's a good DFS play. And I think at plus 240, you're getting a pretty good price tag for his top 20.
Not sure why everybody is so happy for everybody's picks tonight. I wish there was a little more banter, a little more combativeness. Just feels like everybody's stroking each other all night, and everybody's so great, everybody's so awesome. That's where I can rely on Snyder. That's where I can rely on Snyder. Thoughts, panel?
Get Big T on here to talk beep about us.
Not once has Snyder ever talked trash on this show, so I don't know why you're referring to him.
Snyder's a great guy.
That's because people wouldn't dare enter that backyard. I mean, shit, I wouldn't.
It's true.
Kurt, why do you talk into the mic every time
Who'd you say? I can't hear you, Kurt. I can't hear you.
Well, your mic isn't working. You're using the other one.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, you donkey. We told you that 2 weeks
Go
ago, man. Go and try to help.
Tell me what mic it says you're using on your settings.
This is the combativeness JJ was looking for. Get yourself together
what
there.
this show needs.
Yeah.
It's true.
Kurt, what mic are you on?
I'm on the Yeti. So I'm on the Yeti.
Okay. He's on
Yeah,
the
when he
Yeti.
gets close to that, you can hear it.
Allie, we really didn't ask for your help on this.
Allie,
particular
Allie,
topic.
Kurt, pull the mic up real quick. Pull the mic up.
Hello,
All right, open
hello.
your mouth real wide. All right, get closer.
Whoa.
How old are we?
That was not
Not old enough, Allie Mac. Not old
Okay,
enough.
let that out.
That was not where I expected the show to go to. Anywho, matchups, Travis. Who's your favorite matchup this week?
Yeah, my apologies. I thought we could spice it up. We'll save that for Kurt's OnlyFans account if you want to sign up. I'm sure he's got a link somewhere and a promo code. But I'm going with the matchup of Denny.
Putting Allie to sleep clearly. Tough scene.
It's just a long day for me. It's
Oh,
not
man,
easy.
don't take my guy.
Yeah, I'm going Denny McCarthy in a matchup. I don't
I was
know
gonna
if
take
it's
that
the same
one.
guy as yours, Snyder, but I think it's a pretty good spot for him over Mr. Adam Hadwin at -120. I think it's a pretty good spot for Denny. He's a really good putter, and I have noticed some trends here. Like when you have these good putters here, as long as they don't make too many mistakes and it's such an easy course, I mean, if they're just a good putter, they're going to be pretty much like locked in and have a pretty good performance. So like head-to-head wise, I think taking some pretty good putters is not a bad approach this week in some of your head-to-heads, and that's why I'm taking him here against Adam Hadwin.
Okay. Snyder. Who do you like this week for a matchup?
That was my exact same matchup, so I'll give some more reasons to it. I was going to mainly do it because McCarthy's an AMT time, Hadwin's a PMT time. Hadwin's lost strokes approach in 4 of his last 5 events, and Denny McCarthy's going upwards. He's finished inside the top 7 in 3 of his last 4 events, so Hadwin has not been playing that good. He's kind of on a downward trend. McCarthy's on an upward trend plus the tee time advantage, so I definitely like that matchup as well.
Dunkel, real quick, I have a question. Who's had a better show, Allie Mac or Allie Mac's chapstick?
Chapstick all day.
Listen, for those of you who may not know, I started Accutane, and my doctor's recommendation was you should not lick your lips and feel them without chapstick. So I have to have it on 24/7.
Anywho, whenever 2 people agree on a matchup, it forces me to hit the button. So yes, I'll do a $100 wager with each of you. Hadwin over McCarthy.
Oh,
And
let's go, Dunkel.
I want some.
You're going against me and Snyder here. I mean, you love to see it, Dunkel.
Dunkel, for the record, I'm on their side, but I love the fact that you went right after them and said, I'm going against you. I'm on their side.
I'm tired, Uncle T. I'm tired.
I love
of
it.
this show, just stroking each other. Everybody's
No
the man.
juice though, right, JJ?
Man. Everybody's awesome. Everybody's cool. No, we're not all awesome all the time. And I'm gonna fade you 2 here. So I will
Big free.
I'll slide in. Vic, well, you guys are laying 120, and I'm plus 100 because that's what the odds are. Look at Snyder.
Snyder, why are you worrying? It's gonna just cha-ching right in the PayPal.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
I haven't gotten a JJ Venmo yet, so I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah. Maybe you might even get a JJ Cash App, Snyder, if you're lucky, real lucky. Okay, so we'll lock that in. I do expect my $100 in rolls of dimes or nickels. You guys can alternate who sends them. Uncle T, favorite matchup?
Yeah, I'd like to say that I'm 0 for 1 in my history with Dunkel, and I paid him with a crisp $100 bill at Big T's. I don't know that he's let me get back that $100 bill, and that was like back in March. So I'd just like to go on record to say that he has not allowed me to get that back, where everybody else on this panel, well, maybe not Allie because she still owes me a 3-pound bag of fish, but
I told you, Uncle T, you ain't ever getting that.
No, I'm not. No,
You got a better shot of asking a homeless guy
Look,
for
I don't know who she's texting now. Who you texting, Allie?
I'm checking emails actually.
Okay.
Yeah, fight
You're
back.
not interested in
That's
my
what the show
matchup?
needs.
What emails? What emails could be that important? You get like a Domino's coupon in there or something?
No, it's business.
Business.
Browsers.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, for my top 20 this week, Mangone mentioned it, or I mentioned it at the top of the show for my DFS play. Mangone acted like nobody brought him up when he talked about Russell Henley as his top 20. I'm going with Russell Henley as my matchup, minus 115 over Tom Kim. I just think that, again, I think Henley's flying a little bit under the radar here. He's underpriced. And again, we want guys that are good with their irons, their wedge play into these greens this week. And it's more of a play for Russell Henley than it is against Tom Kim. But I just feel like 115 is a good price here. Kim may be due for some negative regression here the next couple weeks. So give me Henley minus 115.
It's a great bet, Uncle T. I want no part of it. Kurt. Before you give your matchup, our boy Eric Chang has a question. McCarthy versus Thigala, Hadwin versus Champ.
Depends on the price.
Yeah, Eric, give us the odds.
Thigala choked. Sorry, go ahead.
Whoa.
Damn.
I like that, Allie.
Somebody poked the bear.
Light 'em up.
Yeah, Eric, just get us the odds, and then we could probably get you a little more robust answer. But Kurt, your matchup.
This might help out a little bit. If he just goes over to DK, I'm going Thigala minus 115 over C. Woo! Kim. Shout out Pat Mayo.
Thigala.
I just think I don't like Si Woo on easy tracks. So give me Thigala and just hope he kind of doesn't blow up like he did last week at the end.
Okay. Allie, do you have a matchup you like?
Yeah, I said before I like Cam Young, and here's this may come as a shock. I am doing Cam Young over Willie Z. I think this fits Cam more. As much as I love me some Willie Z, the short putting is still a problem. Cam is first in recent scoring opportunities. Willie is second. But Young has better numbers on easy scoring courses, and he also makes more eagles than Willie Z. So Cam Young over Willie Z.
What is that, like minus 110? I mean, first of all, the fact that we're fading our boy Bill, I mean, it's kind of wild. But
no one
all right,
has ever called him Bill on this show, so
it's very likely what everybody calls. It might even be on his birth certificate. Who knows?
His full name is Will.
It's William.
I'd put a lot of money. His full name's William, but
Is it? Let's see.
you got his He got his birth certificate. And
Actually, I think it's Wancho.
I bet you all his buds call him Billy.
Wait, no, I'm sorry, it's Guillermo. It's Guillermo.
That's William in Spanish.
Billy
What's his
Z.
dick?
Shout out Willie Hernan Gomez.
Can you see it?
Yep,
Can you guys say
Dick?
William
Bill?
Patrick Zalatoris.
Oh yeah, he definitely goes by Bill. All right, so the odds on the
We should call him Willie P.
So McCarthy was minus 138, Hadwin minus 152. Woof, that's a lot of juice. Not a fan of
I don't like either one.
Yes, Eric, they wouldn't fire there. Mangone, same thing.
Yeah, I was like hoping for Allie to like make a pick and be like, "Oh, I want to go the other way and take that one," but I don't want any part of it. So yeah, I'm out.
All right, final
You don't
note.
want part in the Cam Young versus Willie Z?
Nah, I don't even want to just touch it. I'm just like, okay, I'm good. There's better options at the top that I prefer. So
You mean in tournament matchups?
no, and I don't know what I mean. Yeah, of course, like what we're talking about in head to head.
Or you mean in like general how they're gonna finish on the leaderboard?
Can you two take this conversation offline so we can finish the show?
Yeah,
Can we take this? Can we take this to bank on it or something?
there you go, Uncle. That's a great idea, Travis.
I got another show coming up. Let's go.
Hey, I want to go on the Mango morning show. What happened to that? I want my invite.
Get in line.
We touched upon this like 8 weeks ago.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, like, Kurt, if you want to go watch the Mangone morning show, like, go fire up Netflix and watch season 1. We'll see if season 2 comes back.
Okay.
Hey JJ, we got a really nice comment in chat. If you'd like to put it on the board, I'd appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. As we get to final notes, I don't think this is
Who
I don't
is
think
this?
a big show by any means. But decent chance for you to give some notes about yourself. What's going on tonight? What's going on with your week? Any final notes on the course?
You talking to me?
Uncle T,
Yes.
I said your name like 5 different times. Yeah.
No. Yeah, we got the premium Pen Seeker show tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Big T on location, also Tambo. Second thing I'd like to mention is good luck to those guys that are playing in the live final. This is week 2. I think they trim it down. Mangone, correct me if I'm wrong, Snyder. 150 down to 40, I believe. I think Big T's got 3 tickets. I think Tambo's still got 1. Good luck to those guys. And my boy Snyder and I will be back Friday night for the round 3 showdown. So catch that as well.
Love it. Love it. Mangone. I don't think this show was as good as your last week's shows. Last week was like a Hall of Fame type show for you. This was a good show from you, though. Thoughts on any final notes on the course? Anything going on this weekend in the Mile High?
Yeah, I mean, can't bring Hall of Fame performances every single week. Yeah, I do have a lot going on this week. I'm obviously gonna be checking all the showdown stuff, all the DFS stuff. But tonight, actually, just right now, I got some missed calls. I'm supposed to go to this comedy thing. I know Allie will not be doing stand-up because she's not that funny. Then I'm also going to
the random jab. That's what this show needs.
Like, where did that even fit in there? Where did it even fit in?
I just crowbarred it in real quick.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, actually, JJ, I'm having my own redemption tour, right? So, JJ, I'm not one to, drink too much, but right, we've all had our experiences. You've had some, situations with the rimple or rumple, whatever it's called. I had a bad situation at a Kenny Chesney concert once, right? I never got in, but I'm getting in on Saturday. We're going to make sure I get into that concert. I'm getting my redemption, and I'm actually going to go to the show. So I have a nice little weekend planned. It should be a fun time, and hopefully I'll be running pure, in the DFS streets as well.
Love it. Love it. And Snyder, we'll kick it over to you. It goes as no surprise as somebody watching believes you stole the show. Like often, I say this week in and week out, just a solid performer, consistent model citizen. Any notes? Anything you want to talk on Run Pure? Anything going on this weekend?
Yeah, we're just trying to get better day by day,
Yeah.
But head over to Run Pure Sports. Use the promo code RPS Heater 25 to get 25% off your first month. Catch Uncle T's show later. Catch the playbook, the core plays, the tiers. Everything's up over there. The cash chart. I'll be on with Uncle T on Friday, like you said, on the Mail Media Network. I'll be on with Tambo and Hoop tomorrow for round 2. Just come over and check out all the content we have over there. We're going to keep crushing it. So that's pretty much it.
It almost feels like with the way the chat interacts during this part for you, Snyder, like you should be doing a bow at the end of every show.
Doug, I just had an epiphany.
Keep hammering.
I
never ends.
Uncle.
That's literally Snyder's burner right there.
Jerker 19. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice.
Ali's never in the Discord chat, obviously.
That was very unkind. Of all the burners, she chose Jerker 19. Kurt, final notes?
Jerker's good stuff. He's in the Discord all the time.
Real quick on something.
Oh, man, go fire away.
Yeah. Snyder hasn't had his soldiers up lately, but his soldiers are all just marching in the chat, slurping him up. So I just want to make one thing. If you are all these Snyder soldiers that are like, oh, Snyder's the man, when we play basketball in March, those DMs are open, baby, for some bets. So you better slide on in, Jerker, all you guys. Slide
I know for a fact that was an obnoxious Android phone. So we're looking at Snyder on that notification.
Yeah, that's the fans watching the show texting them. Excellent show, Mitch.
The phone's just blowing up like crazy.
That was Jerker calling Snyder.
Kurt, final notes?
Not much. Let's finish the season strong. I'm trying to finish the little bit of heater I'm on. I want to keep it going. We got info preseason coming up in about 2 weeks. I mean, Rubio have that covered, but let's keep this heater going. I'm back to back good weeks. I just want to make it like a 7-week heater. Let's just end it.
And let's get a little electrician up there where you're recording, because we had some feeling of like a poltergeist half the show. So
I don't know what that means.
Cleaned up a bit. Allie, last but not least, final notes.
No, we'll just hope that this week is a little better than last week.
Run Pierre.
Although, I do want to say last week, if anyone remembers, I said as much as I would love to take Tony Finau, I know he's up at the top, so I'm gonna avoid that.
You did say that. Great call, Allie. I think that's a great call.
Now we promote. What I
called
wouldn't consider that a lean, Uncle T. What would you even consider that?
I mean, now we're saying, well, I almost said this.
No,
I almost
I
thought
said
this
it
guy
last
was
week,
going to
but
win.
I don't like to come on and pick like the top guy in the field. So.
Dunkel, can you clip that and see if that really happened?
I blame participation trophies for this new wave of humans that want to be, congratulated for everything. Last week it was T20s that she wanted to get clipped.
Yeah.
This week it's you should have clipped when I said I almost wanted to bet Tony Finau.
No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Dunkel, also clip this. You know who I really like on the board today as an outright? I love Patrick Cantlay, Finau, Zalatoris, Young, Homa, Davis, Simpson, Keegan Bradley, Kevin Kisner, sprinkle some Adam Scott, some Sahis Sagala, Davis Riley, Matt McNeely, Cameron Tringale, and some Cam Champ.
That's what I'm saying. Not on my watch. You guys are not going to get this type of accolade on my watch. However, you pick an outright, you will get clipped. So Snyder, hopefully we get another one next week, huh? Anyway, folks, thank you for joining in. Gamble responsibly, stay safe, and as always, run